Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 276 of our Let's Grow annual challenge. Today we are talking about and focusing on and continuing our focus this entire month on communication growth. How do we grow? How to become a better, more effective, I like to say efficient and effective communicator. How do we get our messages out into the world and get our messages just in everyday conversations so that they are in alignment with who we really are? We've got Lisa's story, of course, and guide to the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group page. And she used a process. She shares her process in there if you're curious about it. But she asked herself some questions. Number one, she self-reflected in order to come up with, well, what are my core values in the area of communication? And that's, of course, going to be our action item today. We're going to share at least one of our communication growth core values after we identify them today. That will be our action item. So how she went about doing it was she asked herself some questions. What moments and when do I feel most authentic, most like my true self when I am communicating? What conversations am I having? What environment am I in? Things like that. Secondly, she asked, when do I feel most connected to other people in conversation? When are those conversations making me feel like I'm growing and our relationship or our connection is growing? And thirdly, she asked, what makes our presence in our best conversation? What values, boy, I can read, what values are present in my best conversations? The best communicating that I do, it might be a presentation that you're giving. It might be just a conversation with a family member or friend. But when do you feel like you're having the best conversations and you're actually physically present there having that conversation? We all have many, many conversations every single day where part of us is there, our physical being at least, but the rest of us is checked out and our mind has gone off in 12 different directions while someone is talking to us. Guess what? That is not a connected, present conversation. So I started thinking about this today, and the process I will use is similar to that, self-reflection, but I'll also just go through probably, I like to look at, personally when I'm doing a core values exercise, a list of values. And all you have to do is Google core values or whatever search engine you use, put it in the query and ask, what are communication growth core values? It'll give you all kinds of examples. I like to read those lists because often it strikes a chord with me of something that is running at my subconscious level that I'm not even paying attention to, but is really, really important to me. If I have subconscious programs that are running automatically, and we all do, and I'm not aware of them, I am still being affected by them. I'm making decisions, choices, conversations. I'm deciding whether I'm even going to open my mouth or not based on some of those things that are running on a subconscious level. And we'll talk about thoughts and beliefs tomorrow. But today we're just going to think about what are the things that are central and core to my being when it comes to communication growth. What are the things that are most important? And some of the things I've written down already are honesty, open-minded, openness, real and authentic conversations or real and authentic communication, intent to help. My intent is always to help. Whenever I'm saying anything, isn't always helpful in the eyes of the receiver, and then that's a mismatch in communication I want to work on. I like them to be positive, but guess what? Everything isn't, sunshine and roses and lollipops every day, all the time. Sometimes we have to have those tougher conversations, and we'll talk about that this month. How do you have difficult conversations that you're compelled to have because they're important to your core and your being, and you care about the other person that you want to have a conversation with? Think before you speak is a really good one for me. And then I wrote down, know when to listen, know when to question, and know when to speak or not speak. Sometimes our silence is the most powerful tool that we have in our toolbox. So our action item again today, share at least one of your core values with respect to communication in the comments below so we can learn from one another. And if you want to, share the process of how you identified your top 3 core values in this area. We always go for 3 because we've got 9 different areas, so we're looking at 27 different core values. Some we can combine and merge, but others are unique to the area we're talking about. So as we're building on our core values and creating habits and automations and routines in our behavior, we want to make sure that we're in alignment with all of our core values. All right, that's it. Any questions? You know what to do. Ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow. And like I mentioned, we're going to talk about Communication, growth, thoughts, and beliefs. So if you want to start thinking about those today, guess what? It might lead you to some of your core values. You'll be ahead of us for tomorrow. All right, have a great day.